Good morning, everyone. The objective of today is that we all walk away from this a little wiser, a little more well-educated about what it looks like to be in a family-friendly culture.
Panelists, what does a family-friendly culture look like?
I want to say that I think it starts first with a culture that is values diversity and inclusion. So you can't be one way in this area and be different in other parts of your culture and environment.
So part of what we are trying to do is to convey to people that we understand their paths might look a little different. We understand that there may be periods of time when you need to step back a little bit and attend to needs at home.
It's really, when I think about what that means to me, and specifically what that means within KPMG, it's about setting the tone at the top. And then it's up to your leaders to lead by example, because it's one thing to talk a lot about it, but then you've got to walk the talk.
Do you see the shift in the age and generation in the next 10, 15 years changing the perception of how companies operate?
It's always dangerous to put people in groups and say, okay, everybody in the group is going to think that way. But the research does show some fundamental differences between the 4 generations that are now in the workforce. And the millennials are seen as work-life balance is more important to them than it has been in future generations.
What are some of those policies that, individually you think has made all the difference in your organization?
One would be our shared leave program. And so what that does with the firm is, let's say, for example, I've got a family emergency, I've got my mother is ill with something and I need to be out for some period of time. And I don't want to exhaust my vacation, or maybe I've already exhausted my personal time off. The professionals from across the firm will contribute to as much vacation to help this person stay out basically as long as you need.
Joanna, I know you've got some great things to share from Shell, but you are also our leader in human resources, so I guarantee you probably have a couple of pitfalls to share with us as well.
I think that it's a mistake to think these policies don't evolve or change. And so it has evolved tremendously in Shell. And so I would say start there. Don't think of these things as static.
Well, out of the 60 or so practices that could be considered family friendly, there's really only 3 that more than half of the companies have. And that is telecommuting option, flex time options, and having a paid time off bank. So providing flexibility on holidays and time off. So those 3 are really the only 3 that more companies have than don't have, and all the others are still, most companies don't have them.
It's really about that diversity in the workplace. What can we do to make the workplace more friendly to you, whatsoever that definition of you is? So please take this message outside this room and stay in touch with us. The real goal is what comes next. This is just the beginning, and we want this to be a conversation that's going to take, it's going to go on for a long time.